Oh my goodness, what an absolutely insane victory for Newcastle at St James Park. Right from kickoff, you could feel the energy pulsing through the stadium, and the team didn't disappoint. Eddie Howe's side came out with a relentless approach, focusing on their aggressive pressing tactic that seemed to keep Fulham constantly on their toes. Jacob Murphy struck early in the 18th with a finish that really punished a rare moment of sloppiness in Fulham's defence. The crowd erupted. It was high-octane stuff from Newcastle, managing 18 attempts, though, let's be honest, they'll probably be practising their accuracy after this. Even when Sasha Lukic levelled things briefly, Newcastle stayed focused. And just when you thought it might be heading for a draw, Bruno Guimarães sealed it in the dying moments. Man, is that the joy of football or what? Before we move on, if you love these breakdowns, hit that subscribe so you don't miss anything. Okay, so let's talk about Bruno Guimarães. Oh my goodness, this guy was phenomenal in the match. I mean, you have to wonder, how does he manage to shine so brightly even in tense encounters like this? Bruno's performance was crucial, not just because of that last-minute goal, but the way he orchestrated the midfield was, frankly, a masterclass. Right from the start, you could see his influence everywhere. He completed 45 out of 50 passes, a figure that speaks volumes about his role as a playmaker. And seriously, it wasn't just the number of passes, it was those key passes that set up chances we all live for. Then there's his defensive side too. 3 tackles and 8 out of 11 duels won. This guy's on fire. And let's not overlook his successful dribbles, keeping Fulham's defence on their toes. Bruno didn't just play the game, he led it with a footballing IQ that's rarely matched. Eddie Howe's got to be thrilled having someone of Bruno's calibre in the squad. And it's small wonder fans and media alike keep singing his praises. Anyway, Fulham tried, right? But man, against our Bruno, what can you do? Now let's dive into Fulham's tactical conundrum. Here's the thing, Marco Silva had a plan, or at least it looked like he did. Fulham came out attempting to stifle Newcastle's momentum with a compact midfield, you know? But man, that approach didn't quite take off the way they hoped. Their transitions? Wow. Just kept breaking down at crucial times, especially when it seemed like they were gearing up for a counter. It was like, oh, come on, just get it together, right? And João Palhinha, bless him, was kind of stuck in no man's land, unable to bridge that all-important gap to spring offensive manoeuvres. And then, let's talk about Newcastle's pressing. Fulham's backline was under siege, especially on the wings, with Newcastle exploiting those spaces. Bernd Leno. Man, he kept them in the game with some brilliant saves. But let's be honest, constant fouling didn't help Fulham's case either. With that flurry of yellow cards flying around, it was clear the pressure was relentless. So what's next for Silva? It's about shoring up that midfield block and ensuring their defensive structure isn't just about hanging on for dear life, you know? Now let's dive into how both managers played their cards from the sidelines. Eddie Howe and Marco Silva were pulling all the stops last night, weren't they? Howe, with his trusty 4-3-3, kept Newcastle's engine revving with those smart substitutions. He never fails to impress with his tactical acuity. Introducing Sven Botman, Jacob Murphy and Lewis Miley around the 61st minute was a masterstroke. It gave Newcastle fresh legs, helping them maintain that relentless press while preventing Fulham from catching their breath. But honestly, Silva had a game plan too. With Emile Smith-Rowe and Joshua King stepping in post-halftime, he aimed to inject creativity and pace, hoping to unsettle Newcastle's rhythm. Yet even when they tried to fight back, Newcastle's backline stood firm, showcasing Howe's impeccable timing and strategic nous. In the end, the Guimarães goal showed us whose approach held water. Newcastle pressed on, while Fulham's ambitions fell short. So, what do you guys think? Did Howe outsmart Silva, or did Fulham just have an off day? Drop your thoughts below. I'm curious to see if anyone noticed something I didn't.